We have Fly versus Life coming up. That's going to be our losers match in the next round. WFZ is already waiting. But who's going to depart us first? Who are we going to say goodbye to first? Life or Fly? What you going to buy?
Well, life really seemed not to be that strong. Judging from today's performances, Fly is there. Fly is okay. Fly is not the super high level that we saw from Lin, for example, but it was a strong showing against WFZ. I think it was rather WFZ being super strong than Fly being bad. So I would give the edge to Fly. Also, very good Night Elf versus Orc versus Night Elf match historically for him. So I'm like life. I don't know, man. This seems to be true. Dota, his new passion, abandoning Warcraft, maybe.
If we're going to go into a bit of theory crafting here, I think Life may have a better chance here than he did against Foggy. Against Foggy, it was a lot about strategy. How do I respond to this? Whereas here, it's probably going to be straight up. It's probably going to be Raider Walker against Talents. It's going to come down to mechanics. Does he still have those ready? Does he still have those prepared? Or did the lack of practice also come to bite him in the ass there? I expect, he has his timings down from old and they shouldn't be too different. I wouldn't count the young Night Elf out just yet.
Okay, he bans Terranas. Maybe he didn't play on it too much. Fly bans Last Refuge. That is certainly interesting. Not wanting to play on that map for whatever reason. I mean,
I always like that map for Night Elf. You have these 3 camps next to your base which are safe to take. You can do that before Master Training, where oftentimes it can be difficult for Night Elf. Oh, first map, Turtle Rock.
oh, nice. Always a good map for that matchup.
Fly must be feeling good about this one.
I agree. Lots of items for the blade, lots of items for the TC, also 4 consumables on the back of this turtle, so this is gonna be good. Fly, it's also a battle of young versus old, experience versus talent, maybe? Yeah. Fly with a 31 year, the 3rd oldest player in the tournament, and Life still the youngest, right in front of 120 and Chimiko. So, statistics-wise, Fly versus Night Elf, 61%. Really strong. But against the top orcs, Life has always performed, even against Lin. That is very, very rare that we see that. So, now is the question, how good is Fly's
He
matchup
defeated him
now?
last GCS group stage, right?
That is correct.
Wasn't that so?
Yeah. Life and Romantic over 120 and Lin.
Where he had that strong group stage and then, became a little ill or whatever. And couldn't perform so well in the playoffs. And wasn't he making comments back then that he was going to show up the next time around for the next GCS to prove himself?
Yeah.
And now...
Well, he showed up. 50% done. He has to prove himself now, though.
Yeah, a little disappointing. Certainly, he's always been this wonderkind from China, young guy, has what it takes to be the best Night Elf in the world. Sometimes he's playing all the time, other times he's not practicing for so long.
Yeah, you have that in football, for example. Like when there's super talented players at a very young age, they sometimes trust too much on their talent and forget about like work rate. And this is what made Foggy so strong. Like he's not a naturally gifted player. Of course he's good, but he worked his ass off for where he is right now. In 2015, everybody said, "Oh, he's just a cheese player." Nobody really took him serious. And now, look at where he is. Look at how strong he became with daily practice. Life, not that much. Fly versus Life in the lower bracket semifinal of Group D. The loser goes home to join Hawk, TBC, Chimiko, Focus, Colorful, all those guys. So, cross positions, not close. Is it the first time we have Turtle Rock and it's not a close position? It feels like it.
It really feels like it. I think it may actually be true.
The statistics between the two players are really, really close when you look at it. Like it's 6-5 in series in favor of Fly. It's 15-14 in maps. But if you only take the results since September, this, what is it, 9 month, then Life has a little edge with 7-5. So the closer you do the statistics to today, then like the better it gets for Life.
Yeah. And before that time was this incredible reign from Fly where he just didn't drop a map against Night Elves for
2 years.
For 2 years.
And then
For 2 years.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty good. And yeah, it was at GCS when Remind was the one taking a map from him, and then Moon the first one taking a series from him. So where is Fly now? We haven't seen any fast year plays from him after patch 1.29. So in general, no fast year yet, right? Lin played one. Lin played one, and that's the only orc who decided to go for the FS. So, Blade Master it is here. Live scouts this, sees the spawning position, and okay, no close position. That's fine for Fly, I guess, since he has more time with that, more time for creeping, more time to gather items, which is so important here. Demon Hunter for life. So, as I said, for the orc, PvE might be preferable at first. What's life strategy?
Yeah, that can be a difficulty here on Turtle Rock. Like, how do you creep? Of course, the Ancient of War will creep the first little camp first. That's only 100 experience, though. You don't get that jump start to level 2. You don't get those 2 nice items, like, for example, is the case on Amazonia, where Night Elves like to go a lot. So, what are you left with? Aggression is one answer, and that's exactly what Life's doing. Kind of foggy style after the first creep camp running over right away. Both, by the way, found the Cloak of Shadows. One already sold here. And Fly eyeing up the Ogre Magi. That does kind of expose his base. Maybe with that, a Burrow might be in trouble.
Okay, yeah, we see that a lot from Night Elves, especially from aggressive Night Elves, and that's exactly what Life is going for, denying the second grunt, making creeping harder, and that is of course Fly's game plan. So first little success for Life here.
I really like the Archer. The Archer blocks the way out, but does it really work? He opens up the way. Oh no, he is going to block it. Okay, the grunt is here. The block is successful, but it's going to take a while to get this Demon Hunter out of here.
That's true, buying a lot of time and keeping the Demon Hunter, the Blade Master on level 1. And this is what we see a lot, like ring around the gold mine, trying to evade some hits from the Blade Master. Oh, actually Cloak of Shadows.
Oh, wow.
I would love to see the tag now. Oh my god, this is so annoying for Fly. How do you deal with it? You can't go to a shop to get dust.
So he's surrounding him here while he's in with, I guess. You want to stay here the entire nighttime?
I mean...
Alright, look at the camera. He's just taking his hands off his keyboard.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what does he have to do without controlling his Demon Hunter? Engine of War moving over for the next creep, but that's about it.
If he has the space to creep this with a TP out, that's totally worth it. And it's not very predictable either.
Tier 1.5 for Life, who should be...
They're still standing there, dude.
He can't cancel the burrows like this, but is there space for the tier 2 buildings?
Can't let him leave. Can't let him leave, dude. After all of this, you can't let him get out. Okay.
Alright, there we go. But Cloak of Shadows again.
Alright.
Life is smiling so hard in the bottom.
So, when he leaves to get the dust, can the Demon Hunter maybe walk out? This would be so annoying for the Orc. You've invested so much time into trying to get this TP. If he can just walk out now, and the Wisp is here to block the incoming block.
Oh, that would be so sweet. Oh man, this is such an interesting play already. Second grunt should be there.
Okay, yeah, it's blocked, right?
But he's building, he has to build the beastry outside the base, which is not what you want at all.
Yeah, he could certainly cancel this with tier 2, or he could go creeping. Once again, the old Knight of question. Aggression or creeping?
I think without a staff, you go for creeping as the Engine of War is already in position.
Yeah. And he was able to save quite a bit of gold, Life was as well. No staff, no boots, no circlet. Should have a nice surplus of gold.
So both go for the shops now, gambling for items of course, Talisman of Evasion for the Blade Master. Tomb of Experience would be so nice, but no. Not on this one, it's on the other Trapper of course. The Demon Hunter is still in the base, right?
He's waiting for the dust.
Yeah, he's waiting for the creep to finish and then he's gonna show it to us. So item is Talisman here as well. Same item for both. And did he buy dust? Yes, he did. So now he's stepping out.
How long was he in that base?
Yeah, it was forever. But the building's finished. And yeah, without being contested at all. He got the level 2 for free on the Beastmaster though. No harassment from the Orc. And he kept the Blade Master in the base as well. But was it worth it? I mean, at first, of course, but then? Was it what?
Yeah,
Did he overstay his welcome there a little?
it's the question. Like, this Demon Hunter is gonna be low level for quite a while.
And this is like signature orc. Should be punished hard, I guess. It's so predictable. This is what they do all the time. Reach tier 2, take their TC, a few grunts, go for the red spot.
Without a Blade Master, this is gonna take a while, though. But Blade Master gives the scouting information, knows that he's safe to do this. Blade Master here harassing further. It's only level 1, but okay-ish damage. I actually like the Talisman of Evasion, Neo.
Again?
It's
2 days in a row?
Yeah, it's good for the Beastmaster,
It's
you know?
madness.
It's real nice.
Oh, you know what I like? I like the Roar of the Magi for the TC! Whole Fly. Again and again and again he's playing with fire. Walker is there now though for Spirit Link. That makes creeping a little easier, of course, and Raiders are there and Snare is not so far away. Life has good vision, so he knows like where his opponent is, or he should know where his opponent is, and takes the time for going back in the base, getting a staff, I guess. Tier 3 is finished, Cyclone is coming. This will speed up very soon.
Does he have the orb? He has tier 3, not the orb though. I like this camp being taken by Fly. Ancient of War was in position. It's obviously not going to go to the Night Elf. Is he expanding over there? There's something red moving towards the gold mine.
True. Could also be a unit.
It's an expansion.
Wow. Okay.
By Fly. And that lines up kind of perfectly with the Master Training. Oof, is that the right call?
It's hard. Very like Life has to scout it. So far, Warsong Battle Drums, super nice. As you don't go for Kodos, then you have an aura.
But if Life waits for that Expo to finish and goes for a big push, there's obviously the gold from the Expo not invested in army, and also there's still 3 grunts in this army, which are so bad.
And you have a Tinker, which is amazing against buildings. So if Life scouts this, and if he decides to punish it, it should be nice for him.
Greater healing as well. Really nice find. And with the Beastmaster, normally the summons should be on the lookout, some of them, for an expansion like this. And there is a blue dot moving across. Pretty sure he is gonna see this. Base attack will come in. Cyclone, I think, just finished, but these talents in a very bad position. The Shockwave hits everyone! Only level 1 Shockwave, but still very nicely lined up there, and big damage coming out.
The heroes are blocking the Raiders nicely though, so it's only the grunts attacking the talents there, and they're kind of close. Oh no! They can't go for the moves! They have to walk through the entire army. Another Shockwave before the burn. The Tinker is super low. Blade Master in the air. I wonder if there's another Dispel soonish. Getting the backstab out on the Demon Hunter, who is surrounded.
Does he have a staff?
Oh boy, this doesn't look good. Oh, he gets out. With the Invul Potion being used on the Blade, a little bit of a mismicro by Fly there, or miscalculation, I guess. But man, did he get damage done. Shockwave again for a double kill.
Alright. Good fight taken by Fly there. It looked like Life was getting caught with his pants down. Really didn't expect that battle to commence there. And now, the space for this Expo should have been bought. Like, this was a good engagement for the Orc, but now he has to go back, heal up, clarities, all that stuff, and this is usually where the Night Elf will press forward and try to abuse that time that the Orc needs to regenerate, but his Demon's still only level 2. Yeah, you asked the question, was this worth it to stay in the Orc base for so long? We're certainly seeing the disadvantage of that time.
So, can Fly heal up in time? Blade Master's coming in, he's buying some time with End Snares, and he's moving... Ah, he saw it. Okay, Engine of War against this. This will help, but not kill it most likely. I really like that Life is positioning this Engine of War there right now, to be able to fight and pressure the expansion at the same time.
Talon's in a fantastic position, behind the Pocket Factory, behind the heroes, and not being attacked at all, but the Demon in trouble as well, taking a lot of damage. Where's the staff? He doesn't have a staff? He does not have a staff. How can he not have a staff? No staff, no TP, no invul. No wonders your heroes die.
Oh man, now 400 gold invested into getting this Demon Hunter back. Only level 1. Blade Master takes care of the Pocket Factory as well. Can he do something against this Engine of War? It's not finished yet, so pretty easy to kill, and Flies there.
So, can Life here hope to win this fight? TC healing up. There's going to be another big shockwave if he finds the lineup for it. Keeps him back.
He's waiting for the regen a little more. Fly's army is kind of separated here. It's not that great. Of course, the Blade Master can walk in with Windwalk, but what about the rest?
Got one walker already, but the Pocket Factory also taken out. The demon is coming back in, but with no mana to mana burn. This TC can do what he wants with another big wave right there. And I don't think there's a Scroll of Healing on this Night Elf side. The demon in trouble again, level up, but only for the Beastmaster. He's trying to transfer something, I think, but it didn't work. Demon dead again. Shockwave nice again. Life has to run, has to retreat, but he can't run. It's GG. And the lead for Fly. Didn't think this was gonna be so easy.
Yeah, man. Walk in the park for Fly. He seems to be at 100% in this matchup. And Life again. He had fun with the Demon Hunter in the base, but that's about it. No pressure afterwards. Creeping. I mean, it's tempting to get the level 2 for a lot of vision, but then also with that Hawk, with that vision that he has, not attacking the Expo for so long. Of course, Fly's timing was great, pressuring the main while his Expo was coming up, so he was forcing Life back. But then afterwards, like, where's the comeback? Where was the rubber band? I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I feel like that first fight that he was forced into in his own base, Life should have had a much better result. Again, it looked like he was getting caught off guard, but he had that ward at the shop. How did he not see him coming? Did he? I don't know.
I don't know either. That was... Man, everybody who was cheering for Life, everybody who predicted Life to make it out, you have a tough time today.
You're referring to Ugri and me?
We did a little betting game here.
It's not over yet.
I think
it ain't over yet.
But it looks like I don't have to buy the beers for today. And guys, you know tomorrow is the day off, so we drink more than one today.
Wow, are we gonna go crazy with 2?
I think so.
Oh, damn, we're gonna be so hungover tomorrow, man. Well, I thought Life was gonna look more impressive there. Again, like you said, like little cutesy play, demon in the main, looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kept the Blade Master there all the time. But the thing is, like the Raiders and the Walkers and the TC, they still have damage. But when you don't have a well-leveled demon, what does damage on your side? Only had the ring as well, didn't have claws or anything.
TC was already level 4 after 11 minutes, man. That tells you a lot. Fly shockwaves were really good. Like if we get a longer game, then man, this Life has to prepare for that. And the mana burns weren't on point at all. Also not in the first fight. He stood right next to him. He burned him, and there was still mana for shockwave after like a few like 30 seconds of a fight. That's not allowed to happen ever.
Yeah. It's of course more difficult to keep this TC controlled if you're only level 2, but even with level 2, should have done a better job of that. Seeing more and more of these like cordless earbuds. Can't believe people aren't losing them instantly.
Yeah, right. Or they just have so much money that they just rebuy them.
Maybe like they have like 20 at home, and every month you have to refill your...
Apple should just do a flat rate on these things. So, the first map goes to Fly. Life picks Ancient Isles.
Okay. Nice Demon Hunter start here. You get almost level 2 immediately. You get a nice claws. Much better start for you. And the Orc has a tough time getting level 2 here. You can creep the entire camp with a grunt, but by then the demon might be there, might be harassing you, especially for the early game. I think this is really nice. Towards the later stages, you can find good positioning here for the talents. And yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's good indeed. We have seen some fancy strategies by orcs going for towers here on this map, which is very unlikely by Fly, though. He's just really, really good in this matchup, so I think he trusts in what he knows for so many years. Foggy did something cool with AP pushes here as well, but Life is certainly not a player for that, so very standard players in this matchup we have here. But what orcs can do, and what I think Fly did a few times, is go for both of the laboratories to snipe the items, which is pretty good. Book of the Dead is not that good in this matchup, but man, Healthstone, for example, helps you a lot. Wind of the Wind helps you a lot. It's good. And as we mentioned before, the heal wards for creeping is nice.
Yeah. Book of the Dead could also be used for creeping, especially on the Night Elf side, who may have a tough time doing that without an Ancient of War.
It's always so loud when the music hits in.
To get us ready and hyped!
Yes, that is correct! Fly is facing another duel with WFZ. And man, I would love to see that match again, man. It was a fantastic winner bracket semifinal. Life spawning in the bottom right. He could go home without winning a single map, sharing the fate of Hunter, for example. Another night elf from Peru he is, though. Fly in the top. Kind of surprising that he actually made it to this GCS. I thought he's retired already. But yeah, grinding ladder and doing one good tournament gets you here.
And Life also surprisingly not strong, but rather weak. He looked so good for so long, but seems like his practice schedule has kind of been sacrificed for other things. At the moment, he doesn't seem to be too invested, and he is feeling it here in this tournament. You're not gonna get out of the groups if you don't come prepared. Unless you're Lalite, then it doesn't matter, I guess.
And Lalite is just special in every single regard.
That's so true. That is so true.
He told me that he goes to like these Korean girl band concerts all
Like
the time.
K-pop, you mean?
Yeah, like Gorani or something is one band, and the tickets cost like $100. Can you imagine Lalite in the crowd, like cheering and waving stuff?
I can totally imagine.
I can totally imagine.
Dude, absolutely.
I kind of like I'm so high. Like I'm so curious. Maybe I will spend $100 and go with them next time.
And then you can sing G G G G baby baby baby.
Old school Korean K-pop.
Alright, so here's the aforementioned Ancient of War creep, which gets you to close to level 2 immediately, which is so nice. Foggy will take this camp, or at least do one right click with a demon, take the item, and then run across immediately. And look at the adaptation from Fly. Burrow way in the back. He doesn't want to have this cancelled again. Doesn't want to get annoyed by the demon once again.
That's a 2-burrow tech, right? Or did I miss something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2-burrow tech on Engine Alt is kind of rare.
Without a shop though. So it's gonna be still in time. Pretty much. And he's gonna be aggressive here with the grunts. Oftentimes dangerous for the wisps. Not on this map though, because there's a million trees where you can hide them behind it.
Yeah, the only map remaining in patch 1.29 in the official tournament ladder pool where you can do that. On the other maps, not really possible. Matt Morris like to plant some trees to prevent that and make them attackable. No heart for wisps this guy has, apparently.
So mean, dude. They can't even fight back.
Yeah, right?
The way they fight
He
back
should
is
just give them
they
like
explode into nothingness.
Late Master's cancelling, so he returns the favor of game number 1 and cancels the Moonwell.
But of course, the Night Elf doesn't want to produce anything, so he's going to be stuck on only the Archer here for the longest time. I like the timing he brings the Archer back, though, because he can heal her up to survive for long enough for it to hit nighttime, like so. And now he has Shadow Meld. Wait, he has Immolation first? Evasion, I mean?
Immolation would be quite crazy, but...
He did go Evasion first. Interesting.
He cancels the Moonwells over and over again, man. Fly must be so happy now. Like, that really annoyed me on Turtle Rock. See how annoying this is? Don't ever do that to me again.
Might get the cancel here again.
He has another Windwalk. He can easily go for it. Wow, that's so annoying.
And
that is, of course, not keeping him supply stuck.
But it's a lot of mana he's not regenerating now during night.
I wanted to talk smart, but of course you
stole your thunder.
Yeah, nice. Like, for once I know something smart and then you steal it away from me again, man. Come on.
Goal achieved.
You sleep on the floor tonight.
I sleep on the floor every night, haven't you noticed? That's how I fix my sleeping problem.
That's where you belong.
In the dirt.
It's not dirty in our hotel, come on, man.
Yeah, it's true. It's not like the Holland Hotel.
China tourism insights. So, Fly again with a lot of grunts, and so far he was very aggressive, so I can imagine him going for heavy creeping on tier 2 now.
Needs to heal up first here, of course. And the 3 grunts, man, I really dislike that choice. It's so weak later on. But I mean, he won the last game with it, so who am I to criticize? Oftentimes I like the early Berserker purchase is always going to be good against Night Elf, but here on this map you can't really creep that camp, so why go there? You know, you can't do that. Other maps like AZ and then New Terranos, this is way better. But very unusual. We see the Beastmaster picked up, and it's actually the Orc forcing the Night Elf into his base rather than the other way around.
It's like Fly is kind of like the Orcish Foggy, being that aggressive, but also this is kind of Asian Dota, I want to say, Asian Warcraft, just not run into the base, and that's why they are all so frustrated with this matchup still, because they're not aggressive. But I think Live also not in a position to be aggressive because his moon juice is so low. So for once, I agree with the choice.
He did see. Whoa! He starts the camp with the Blade Master right next to it. What?
Okay.
Did you not see that? He can just take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Experience goes to the Blade Master and the Archer.
But the item goes to the Night Elf, its healing ward, which is quite nice, and he might need it. Beastmaster kind of blocked by his own Quillbees there. Grunts are coming in as well for more damage. What can he get at the shop? Oh, he's trying to out-micro him. Blade Master's kind of low with a lot of damage coming in.
Can he do something in the laboratory? I think everything's on cooldown here.
Yeah, I think so.
But he hides behind the creeps. That's pretty cool.
When Fly is controlling the Blade Master and I see HP bar getting redder and redder and redder, man, I always worry.
The Beastmaster seems to be safe. Live should get all of his heroes back into his base and healed up again. He stays out on the map.
It's really, really interesting how Fly plays this. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no Ensnare yet. There's no Spirit Link yet, so he has nothing really.
No, but look at Life. Like, he's staying out here with two low HP heroes.
Ah, that's what you mean. Yeah.
I think it's a psychological play though. He thinks Fly expects him to retreat so much that he's gonna be safe to do this, and this is very smart play. If risky, yes, would have been a town portal forced, but he gets away with his camp now.
With ease, level 2 TC coming in, level 2 Blade Master is there, Reju Potion, very nice in the TC. With the hurt units, okay, it's nice to have the heal wards, of course, that helped him a bit, but the dragon is still up, and now he faces, oh, now we have Ensnare.
Yeah.
Easy pickups for Fly.
Really good scout with that raider. He thinks, it's unlikely that you're down there. I'm not gonna go looking with my entire army, only gonna use the one raider, and he gets rewarded for his diligence. Isn't he gonna take out the red drag?
Yeah, he will. Dead. Maybe he's waiting for the Ensnare cooldown. Boop, there we go. Tinker third.
Can't go for the Berserker, that one's on cooldown, but he's still gonna get the kill here. The second Ensnare, and level 2 for the TC, as well as gold.
Yes. Trades it for items at the shop, of course. No spells here that harms. The heroes, so Rune Braces are useless. Life is going for the other one. Once the consumables, the heal wards were already good to him. This time he's not getting creep check, but Fly is getting the natural gold mine on the left-hand side of the map. So this is AI PvE, another set of heal wards. That's quite a lot.
And early expansion once again. Around 50 supplies, super fast scout from that Wisp. So he knows about it, can fashion a timing around it once again. And once again, it is 3 grunts still left in this Orc army. Not the ideal composition, but he can go into upkeep here soon. He has decent money to do this. First heal scrolls though, and he wants to go into Night Elf base, force Life back. Don't let him get too many creep cabs too easily here.
Night Elf heroes, like, they're not so flashy in this matchup, but if they're strong, they're really strong. Like, so tanky. It's not like they decide games with Coil Nova, but it's a real big support that they got.
Oh, and he killed the shop before there's the orb. Demon now with very little damage, only level 2 as well. Another massive shockwave!
Where is the mana burn? Still not seeing it. There's more waves where this one came from.
Pen of energy here for the Beastmaster. Not the dream. Perhaps a few more Quill Beasts. Everything here already bruised for the Night Elf. I don't think he has a heal scroll yet. Pretty even in terms of supply though. Pillage just finished. Shockwave. Are we gonna have another big one? He can't
all lined up.
Oh! Night
Cyclone was
Cyclone.
there in time. Oh boy. So, can do the Raiders want to find the talents, or does he want to disengage afterwards? I'm still waiting for the wave, and here we come.
Really nice heal wards though. Not the most effective for so low HP pool units, but still pretty nice.
Engine of War again the solution for this expo, as Fly keeps him busy while getting the second gold mine up.
And now Life is feeling confident. He's moving forward. No TP anymore, by the way. He used that earlier. That could be a danger.
Demon Hunter close to 3, which would be really nice. Yeah, he has no TP, no staff. It's so
And no
risky.
invul, just
And
like
no invul.
earlier.
It's so risky.
But I don't think the Blade Master has an invul of his own here to lay in the damage. Talon's mana isn't too amazing, but neither for the Walkers, of which we only have 2, by the way. What's he going for? Raiders towards the Talons, finds one. Where's the ensnares? Here's finally one towards the Tinker. He wants to get the 0 kill with the invul. Can he find it? Is there going to be a staff? Is there something? There's a heal ward, but that is maybe good enough. That heal ward seems to have saved him. He blocks the way though for himself with that Pocket Factory. It still got out, however, at least. Level 3 for the TC. No mana for a Shockwave, I don't think.
Soon, very soon. If there's no mana burn, it's only 5 seconds. Demon Hunter's kind of chasing him. There we go. That was a good mana burn for once.
Fly needs a scroll of healing. Everything here is... Oh, he loses another Raider. That's level 3 for the Demon. Oh, could this be a surround?
Oh, yeah.
This Blade Master.
Quite easily, but there's... Oh, no. Mana burn again. Fly is losing his Blade Master. Heal scroll helps for a little bit, but not for much longer. TC up in the air, can't do shit. Hero is not strong enough, like the hero damage from the Blade Master is not strong enough, but the Demon Hunter also kind of trapped there, but no. Blade Master is back. Can he clean this now?
He had a lot of money here, around 800 gold. He's finding the kills now. Finally, he is ignoring the heroes of the night of the way it's supposed to be. Going towards the Talons. He's finding one kill after the next. But of course, they're coming back very quickly. The Demon, though, now in trouble. Now he gets the hero kill once again. No TP, no invul, no staff. Nothing to save his heroes. And now the Beastmaster in and snare might be surrounded against the tavern from whence he came. He may find his way back there right away again. Demon bought back as well. It's mass buyback season on Ancient Isles. Another crit, another kill, another ensnare. If there's a few more crits, this Demon will die again. It's GG. Life drops out of this tournament without a single map win. What a disappointing performance. But very well done by Fly.
Life ends here, and Fly again better than we could have expected before. Easily crushing Life on 2 maps. There was really no chance for the Chinese Night Elf talent. And yeah, a lot of people expected Life in the playoffs, but they were proven wrong. Maybe that was the last time we saw him in Warcraft, actually, if he really wants to go for Dota now. I mean, there's still a little bit of money here in Warcraft for him with his skill level, but that was really disappointing.
Yeah, absolutely. Life has been in the running for best Night Elf in the world for a long time. He lost that privilege of being named one of those contenders. With this performance, this was very disappointing. This is not what his fans were hoping for, the Chinese crowd. This was a deserved last place. Who's gonna get second place? Who's gonna get third place? That's gonna be our decision for our last game. Our next one between Fly and WFZ, the rematch.
That's really cool, man. The winner bracket semifinal was so nice, and Fly was so close, but he couldn't put the nail in the coffin. Maybe he learned from that. Here we have the summary once again. Life had good heroes, but not the best idea what to do. Fly's pressure, though, really impressive, really different from how a lot of orcs play nowadays. Most of the time it's the Night Elf being the aggressor, but we haven't seen that from Life like once. Okay, the Demon Hunter was in the base. He killed the burrow once, but that's about it.
And both games he played this so YOLO. No invuls, no staffs.
Yes.
It's no wonder when they start dying then.
Yeah, I think Life and Focus both the most disappointing players so far. For Focus, it was like it had a lot to do with maps, the opponent, like TH in the lower bracket. I mean, hard to beat. I think for Focus, it's just the result that is the worst. His performance was okay. That can happen. For Life, that was like...
Yeah, that was a big step down compared to his performances.
Do you remember last time how he rocked the group stage there?
Yeah, I know.
It was quite unbelievable.
2-0 against Lin.
Yeah, now 0-2 against Fly. Yeah.
Sad to see, kind of. Such potential squandered. Maybe he's going to come back. Maybe he's going to find it.
Maybe it's youth. I mean, Foggy said as well, maybe I will try Dota, and then he tried and said, oh, yeah, maybe I play Warcraft, and maybe that happens to Life as well, would be nice. So here the recap, the highlights of this lower bracket semi-final, where Life was eliminated. Oh, he's cut out before the shockwave hits, man, that hurts my heart.
You would fire him for that, wouldn't you? No mercy, Neo. Yeah, kind of incredible how Fly... He went for these early expos with a weak grunt still and still takes these strong engagements. I wonder if he was to fight against Foggy there, how different that would look. Quite a bit, I imagine.
Yeah. That would be really interesting, man. I hope we see that along the tournament, but kind of unlikely, I think. Shockwaves, they were all good. Like, I haven't seen a single bad shockwave from Fly. And yeah, this fight was quite cool, man. This buyback on the Blade Master was so important. If he's a little greedy and retreats, I don't know if he had a speed scroll, but if he retreats and gets him back from the altar, this game might go another way. He didn't.
Yeah, so many shockwaves throughout this entire series. Demon Hunter, very few mana burns, it seemed like. There, finally, he realizes, oh, you have no involts, I guess I go for your heroes then. Tinker was the first to fall, but certainly not the last.
Yeah, there was like one crit coming, hopefully soon, that was so big. Yeah, the Blade Master. Of course, Fly had to lose the Blade Master in one of the game of the set. I mean, he can't finish his series without it.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. He has to please the fans, you know. Has to go for the trademark move.
We will please the fans as well in 10 minutes. The last game of the group stage is coming. Who will be the 8th player, the last one, joining the likes of Moon, 120, Lin, Foggy, and Lawliot, and Infi. Either WFZ or Fly. So stay tuned. We go into a little break, and then we're back.